this was the tier list that I had just based off of my assumptions going into the game. Um, but we won like 10 games today. I tried a variety of guns. I talked to different people. They gave me their opinion. So there's definitely some adjustments we can make. I'll just go one by one and kind of adjust things. The Bass B, I don't. It's definitely not like meta. It's got a little bit too much recoil at range. The TTKs are nutty though. Let's move it down to A tier for now. MCW, kind of a pea shooter at range. I used it 3 or 4 games. It's not. I don't think it's meta. Holger, I don't know. If someone tried it, they can give me their input, but I don't think it has a meta TTK like either. Rival 9, we're going to drop down to A tier as well. Okay, and then, dude, these burst guns, I didn't try the FR556, but the DG58 is, like, disgusting. Like, I'll show you guys a setting where you can just hold down the trigger and it'll just spam bursts. And even without that, it's still better than the M16 and the AUG were, like 100%, which is just nutty. And with that, it's like, it's even easier to use than those were. So it's just, it's completely fucking busted. So I don't know if anybody tried the FR556, let me know. I'll leave this A tier for now, but the DG58 is just, it's just fucking busted. We're gonna drop the longbow down to like C tier. It's very like spammy, so I feel like in the right hands it might be pretty decent, but I didn't really see too much of a use for it. On that note, I think 1200 meters per second bullet velocity, one tap sniper, only one shot in the game that's not explosive rounds. I think we can put that like as like a meta gun. The cat. It's pretty fucking disgusting. The PKM wasn't really hitting hard enough to justify how slow handling it is. It's probably like B tier. I did try it. The AMR 9 I tried and it was kind of fucking beastly. I think it's better than these guns. Actually, I think it might even be better than the Rival 9, at least in Warzone. The Rival 9 has a really good like TTK though. I think people are saying the Swarm is the meta SMG. So we'll go with that for now. I think I'm going to leave the Rival 9 A tier though. But this one's like a really good sniper support. The AMR 9 is. And then, let's see. Oh, dude, this is broken. The only downside of the DM56 is that it uses sniper rounds. However, you by default can hold the sniper ammo while you're looting up. So by the time you hit your loadie, you should have like, you know, some rounds to play with. And you can always stow like an extra, you know, dedicate bag space to 40 rounds of sniper. But yeah, this is like DMR type broken type shit. Like I know Lennon was using it. My buddy Harves was using it. It's pretty fucking disgusting. I think Holger 26 is the best LMG maybe. I think it's better than the Bruin. I think it has better recoil than the Bruin, and it probably has similar TTKs. So we'll move that up to A tier. And Chaz, I think you're right about the MCW. I think it's more like B tier. It's kind of like the bot gun. It shreds mid-range though, so maybe like an aggressive player with a subby, you could do that. And then like, but yeah, for most players, you'd probably want to run something that does more damage at range. I think the WSP9 is better than this. It's probably like B tier. And I still don't have enough information on shotguns or like these marksman rifles in the Will C tier. So we're gonna leave those there for now. But yeah, the what's emerging early as like the meta is burst guns and the DM56. They're overtuned. They're broken. So it's basically gonna be run your favorite SMG. Seems like most people are leaning towards the Swarm right now, and then run that with either a burst gun, the DM56, or the one-shot sniper, the Cat AMR. That's the kind of early like meta right now. Oh, the Eradicator. I did get a chance to try it. I think it's B tier. The problem with the Eradicator, after 7 bullets, the fire rate drops off a lot. And so it was pretty beastly, but after the fire rate drops off, it's not like the best. And I think like a gun like that would have to be like broken during the first 7 rounds, like actually broken. Otherwise, that variable fire rate fucks it up. And True Game Data did some testing. It takes a whole second of stopping your shot to reset the fire rate. So it's like you can't like finesse the trigger, like shoot 7 rounds and then stop shooting, and then so on and so forth. You have to like, I don't know. It's just kind of like as you're playing naturally. Like maybe if someone peeks, you like spray them, and then you're like holding on them for if they peek again, and then you can, like use it again. But it's hard to like take advantage of that like first 7 rounds when you need to. So I don't know. I just think there's mechanically some issues with the way they decided to balance the gun. MTZ Interceptor might be A tier. Haven't tried it in game yet, but it's similar to the DM56. Okay. Well, let's get more information on that. I would imagine one of the other semi-autos is probably just as, if not more, broken than the DM56, but we'll just have to see. Just kind of know that there is at least one marksman rifle that is like overtuned. Like maybe not quite on DMR level, but close. Like it's pretty nutty. You can do some disgusting shit with it. Okay, I'm feeling good about this as the new tier list. So again, just sum up, early meta is looking like you run the Swarm, or if you don't like the Swarm, your SMG of choice. They all seem kind of decent, not too much of like an outlier there. And then you pair that with either one of the burst guns, the DM56, or the one-shot sniper. If you really want like a fully auto LMG or AR, I would say just turn burst gun. I'll show you guys the setting to use to make it to where you can just hold down the trigger and spam the DG58. I think it's just a lot better right now than the ARs or the LMGs.